Shalom, all praises to Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect by Hashem Rachak. My name is Jacob from Plaintables Camp. It's the apostle reviewing the elder brothers video in, I believe, Chicago. And this is all precepts reviewing GMS Maccabean Spirit, which is, so I'm the fourth man in line. You can see it's me, Plaintables, then GMS All Precepts, then GMS Maccabean Spirit, and then the Apostle Tahar. Not exactly in that order.
When it appears that the king of the moment are the wearers of the smaller hats. They have successfully merged, or it passed, the bill passed. It hadn't passed the Senate yet, but they have successfully merged the American government with the Israeli government. Welcome to Jumerica, as some people have.
So they're one. First time I heard this, an hour or so ago, first precept that popped in my head was Jeremiah 49. The least of the flock shall draw them out. The least of the flock shall draw them out. Jeremiah 49.
Said, I didn't coin that term. I've heard it, and I've also seen the flags. I wouldn't be shocked if that would be your flag. That these people that fit none of the prophecies of what would happen to the Israelites will fit all the prophecies of the takeover of Amalek, of the Edomites. All right? Because one thing that did not happen to them was the things in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, the curses. Okay? They don't lose sons and daughters. They collect up the sons and daughters of other nations. Okay?
Now, if you go back 3 weeks, a month ago, there was this ground troops, which, you know what, you can't even keep up with.
Yeah, so what are the implications of that? So if the Israeli military is merged with the U.S. government, I don't know what that means. Either two militaries merged or the government is really, what does that even mean? Is that even significant? Because they get whatever they want anyway. So, like, what is it? Is it just a formality? I don't know. I don't know what that means. I guess Kim may explain it, or maybe they'd be going into theories on what they think it means on her show. She's on Rumble and she's on YouTube. She's been able to stay monetized, I believe. I guess how she talks, she's been able to stay monetized.
With all this information, this new news, they've been saying for the last couple of days, they're going to send in ground troops. This is the president. They're going to send in, they're heavily bombing. They're going to send in ground troops. As of 2 days ago, I think it was, 4 U.S. personnel was killed. One that stuck out was a pretty Northern Kingdom woman that was 19 years old. Why is she over there as a woman is beyond me. But they're talking about drafting women too when the draft comes. That's your Northern Army. And Joel 2 verse 20. And drive them to a land barren and desolate, and they will become a part of the land. And see, we here.
Yeah, we believe that's Saudi Arabia, that area over there. It's going to be multiple fronts of the battle, but that's the main battle, or you could say the center of the battle. You got west of it, and you have east of it. You have north of it, and you have south of it. But the land barren and desolate is considered what Saudi Arabia, the desert of Arabia.
at the GMS Great Millstone. We're breaking it all down to you before it becomes news. The U.S., I said this yesterday, I believe, in one of the videos, that they're not going to pull back from that. That's the thing that got this dude, Nero. He got confident with the way he took over Venezuela. Took a couple of hours to just take the whole. Now they own the country. They own that country. They got a puppet leader up in there. So he figured, oh, let's go to Iran now.
Yeah, he got overconfident. He got over, and that overconfidence slew him. Well, it's slaying him. He's in the process. He's still running shit, but it's on a downward spiral. We may only have a couple of years left of prosperity, you know. Get people making their money, doing more, running more scams. The ship is almost about to set sail for its final destination. Well, it's already on its final destination. It's circling a drain. It's bleeding, but it's the illusion of it not sinking, right? It's like it's a ship sailing with a bunch of work done in a hull. And if a bolt pops out, then water's going to start to flood into the ship, but it's still sailing across because America's still running shit. Babylon, America's still running the world.
That caused the Strait of Hormuz to be shut down. That's common to everybody, you know, the common knowledge. Your gas.
$4. Yeah, $4. I paid, $4.19 in New Jersey, Delaware. I don't know what it is in Philly. But in Jersey, where they pump your gas for you, it's $4.19. Gloucester Township, Camden, Gloucester County, Camden County, in Jersey, $4.19. Delaware, $4.19.
I myself use premium gas, so I'm paying more than $11 y'all paying.
Oh yeah. I'm paying. See, I got a late model Japanese vehicle. That's economy, and the apostle got to pay the premium price. Dang. So what? But yeah, work extra hours. I mean, so it's basically cutting into our so-called wealth, our future. All right, our money. When they steal from us, they're taking our future. All right. That's why stealing from someone is akin to murder. If you keep stealing from somebody, you're taking their future. So that's what Esau is doing. He's taking our future. All right. Now we gonna get out of here and we gonna inherit the kingdom of heaven. All right. So he can't actually take our future. But if this kingdom was to continue, that's exactly what it would be doing. He'd be taking our future, taking our wealth. That's Satan for you. Now he's supposed to be doing that because he's a devil. So if he didn't, it would be odd.
$3.99. I'm paying $5 plus. So we say that this what they said when they first attacked Iran is that only is going to take no more than 3 weeks.
Right, and now they remember they used to have the prices of the like Biden. They put the pump Biden on a gas pump and say, "I did this." Now they got Trump on a pump saying, "I did this." So now that's irony, full circle now. A Democrat raised the gas prices. Now a Republican raised the gas prices by their actions. All right, they're all working together anyway. All right, it's not they're just one side of the goat or the bull. All right, one horn Democrat, other horn Republican. Same brain though, same brain.
They're in this thing. This is 3 months in. They're not coming back. And if they do come back, they never come back because the 800 plus military bases are throughout the world. So that means for them to come back, and for all of the bases to come back. They're all scattered throughout the world, 800 plus different locations around the planet, which makes any time there's a military base in a foreign sovereign country That's an occupation. That means you don't run the country. That means the leader is a puppet.
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
don't believe they're going to pull back from this Iranian war. What they're going to do, and even if they pull back, they're going to come back even stronger. I don't think they're coming back. I believe.
Right. Right. We are in the Lord's timetable. So if Yahushua want to pull them back, you're going to pull them back. But the prophecy is that they're going to war with Persia, and Gog and Magog is going to back them up. So that's going to happen. So if they pull back, it's the end. The Third World War is only inevitable. Right? That's what the way Yahushua designed it for that to happen. I didn't believe that this year, United States, Babylon was going to attack Persia. I didn't know. Now you had certain people that made predictions a few years ago and said it was imminent and all that, but the exact year for 2026, I didn't know. I wasn't paying attention to like the exact pathway that could lead to it, but the people that were saw it. Now, all we knew is that it was eventually going to happen, all right, for Babylon to attack Persia. So it eventually was going to happen. Or some type of war, skirmish was going to happen. Now, things happened before, but not on this scale between, the so-called West and Iran. So only a matter of time. If they pull back, it doesn't matter if they pull back or not. We're still gonna preach the destruction of Babylon, America. The name of Yahushua, the kingdom of heaven, who the Israelites are. We're still gonna push it because we actually believe it. No matter if they zigzag and keep reneging and going back and forth and bombing each other, we all getting older too. I'm in my 40s now, beginning of the 40s, and I came into the faith when I was 23 years old. And if I gotta, I don't want to, I'm not getting any younger. My body's breaking down. I gotta be more careful. Yeah, I don't want to be here another 10 years doing this. I'll be 50, 51. No, I don't want to. That's the elders are in their 50s. The apostles are in their 50s. I would rather not, but again, I don't have a choice. I'm subject to the powers, to the higher power, which is Yahushua. I'm subject to the timetable of Yahweh that Yahweh set in place, and Yahushua will follow. So we are under the power of subjection, and we have to do the work that Yahushua commissioned us to do, no matter what.
The mark of the beast, MOTB microchip. My estimation is somewhere within 6 months to a year, when we're talking about a lot more. You got to listen to GMS if you want to get the 100% truth. If you want to get 90% truth, no, 95.
Yeah, 6 months. It could be shorter, it could be longer, but 6 months will be what? 2027. By the way, whether Trump's still in office or not in office, probably we have to remain like sentinels looking. So when we see it coming, well, really, it's not like we have to intentionally look. We're always looking anyway. We don't have to focus more. We understand. We have understanding. It's inside. So as soon as the events happen, whether they come get us or not, it's already locked in our mind. Our actions have been perfect, and we're going to just move forward with whatever work the Lord tells us to do. We ain't gotta have deep concentration and meditate about it. It's automatic. We know what the signs are.
100% truth. You go to the IUICs, the ISCPKs. Anyway.
Deuteronomy 28:33. The fruit of thy land and all thy labor shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up, and thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed always. Nobody oppresses and crushes these people. They do all the crushing. They do all the oppression.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Just because they get some missiles bombed at them, they still run in their region. They still run it. So that's not being oppressed. When you're oppressed, you don't have a place to rest your head without somebody coming to take your property. Who's being oppressed? The Palestinians are being oppressed, or the Arabs in Palestine are being oppressed. The Arabs in Israel are being oppressed. That's a sign of oppression. That's disenfranchised. All right. That's akin to us. All right. We were, well, before they were oppressed, we were oppressed. We've been oppressed since 1492 here in the New World, so-called Blacks, Latinos, Native Americans. We are disenfranchised. We have been denied, bank loans and housing based upon our ethnic group, based upon our race. So that's not talking about the so-called J. The so-called J is running the world. They have technology companies. YouTube, when it started, that was what? Who? So-called J started YouTube. All right. They can't be the people. We are the people. All right. They have nude beaches. Come on. Seriously? Cut it out. They're not the people. We are the oppressed people. All right. So-called Blacks, Latinos, Native Americans.
You've given the same murderous, terrorist-like people control over the most powerful or over the most weaponized, I would say, because what's going on in Iran is proof that they're not the most powerful anymore, but definitely the most weaponized military might is now in their control. And you racist good old boys who want to make everybody brown the problem when the problem is your own men. Okay? Your own people sold you out.
Oh, yeah, like I was saying, that BB wanted to, this is BB's war. He wanted Babylon to take the forefront. And the ground invasion, that's BB's idea. So they were going to bring the ground troops in. But what Nero found out was only the U.S. ground troops are going in. Now they're merging. So I guess the Israel military IDF, they're both going to send in troops. I don't know. But Nero cursed this guy out for doing that. He playing Nero. Nero's just a front guy anyway. BB's just a front guy.
Yeah, they're both. Yeah. They're both the real people in charge. You don't see. Okay, the people they put on TV for us to see, those are front people. I would say virtually 99% of them, or if not all of them, they're just front people. The real ones work in the dark. They operate on the spiritual wickedness side. All right. So we got to operate on the left side. So we got to operate on the right side. They operate on the spiritual wickedness side. So we operate on the spiritual righteousness side. Although we can't hide, they can actually hide in the dark and put their front men out. Obama, Clinton, Trump, Bush, Benjamin Netanyahu, and his predecessors. They're in the front.
There's guys that pull the strings. So this is getting hot. This is the fulfillment. They don't realize that this is the fulfillment of many prophetic scriptures in the Old Testament.
Right. They're scared to talk about that. Well, they do realize it. Well, like these rumblers and YouTuber guys that they know the script. I'm going to say they know the scriptures. They're in business to report. They don't want to make it seem like there's no hope. If they say that there's no hope and, this is the fulfillment of that, so that means the kingdom of heaven coming. So that means they would have to start getting their house in order and then projecting that. So they have to lie. they have to just report the news to make it seem like, these bad things are just happening. But if they start saying, this is Ezekiel 38, Ezekiel 36, 37, then they would have to start saying, what happens after? Well, World War III happens after, and then all of you die. They can't report that on the news. on their channels, in their businesses, and print their newspapers. They can't say that.
Fulfillment of Joel 2, Joel 3.
Oh, I wasn't aware of Joel 2, 3. I wasn't aware of Ezekiel 38. I never knew that, but that scripture existed. Oh man, and these are supposed to be Christians, right? They know the scripture exists.
The prophetic scriptures. Joel 3 mentions Yahweh Shabbat.
Those good old Republicans that you false.
So we're there. We're there. The only thing holding this thing back is the chip. Once they make the chip mandatory, billions of people start getting chipped around the world. They're gonna fast track it. Then you know that we're months away from complete and utter destruction. But it's the Babylon the Great.
So hard to put in the office for the main ones behind the downfall of your own country. See that the Lord said here, let me because your sovereignty is gone. So that means they're gonna eventually not only
because the orders are gonna come out of this other nation. To talk about the tail wagging the dog scenario.
they're going to shut you up and take away your freedom of speech 100%. Also going to take away your weapons.
Yeah, these so-called J's, little hat people, you guys, you can't replace us. What the plan was, okay, that they build this state over there and they steal our identity. All right, and they operate with our identity. Dude, y'all live in a lie. So y'all can talk about the third temple and y'all not the people. We're the people. So you operate on a lie. All right, there's a whole construction plan to build the land up with imposters. So if you're not even the authentic people, all right, the order was, okay, we make it seem like the so-called J's running everything. They planned that. It's not something that was organic. Oh, the little hat people infiltrated the United States government. They were already there. They didn't infiltrate anything. All right, the agreement was already drawn up. It's not an afterthought. So we had a Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and then somewhere in the 1913, so-called Jays just somehow convinced the United States government to print our money. Y'all think that's how it went? They had master convincers. They were already there. They were just in the dark. And that was just them. That was just Esau that identifies with our identity coming out of the dark. That's all it was. They were already there in the dark working from the foundation of America. All right? They were all Satanists. They were already working. Before 1913, they were already working. They didn't masterly convince the United States government to print our money. Okay, that's actually a stupid ass thing to actually believe. Oh, they convinced the United States government to print money for us. Oh, because they had dirt on one of the presidents that I'm having sex with a boy or something, so they can print all the money now. How stupid that sounds. Or in any other varying analogy. They blackmailed them into printing our money for us, for the country. Really? You know how powerful the American government was back then? Relative to a state that didn't even exist? Y'all gotta smarten up.
It shows you what happens in every nation once they disarm.
They were working in the dark already.
In that nation.
Game over. All right? As the elder said, hey, American sovereignty has died. Okay, this U.S.
Yeah, it was already dead. All right, it was already dead. Let me get what was that precept? Works in the dark. Yeah, initially talking about Israel, but This translates to Esau Edom, which is exactly how he works. And it talks about the secret counsel of the wicked also. Isaiah 29:15. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel. So they're expressing themselves more. They were quiet. Now they're expressing their power. And they're using the fictitious name. They took on a name that does not belong to them. Our name is Israel, Yashir Allah, Yisrael, how they would say it. All right, that's our name. You know, so-called Blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, that's who we are. All right. So they started expressing themselves openly in 1913. All right. At the Federal Reserve. And then they start further expressing themselves in World War I, World War II, 1948. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from Yahweh, and their works are in the dark, and they say, who seeth us, and who knoweth us? All right. We see you, of the hopeful elect.